So, welcome to SakshiEducation.com. So, today we are going to discuss about the current affairs of February 11 to 20, and here we are going to highlight the international affairs. So, we will see what are those international affairs. Firstly, India and world. On 11th February, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has laid down the foundation stone of first Hindu stone temple in Abu Dhabi of UAE. So, this stone temple to be constructed at Al Wataba of Abu Dhabi. The temple to be completed by 2020, and the temple will be in the design and also the construction lines will be according to the Akshardham temple of New Delhi. And this is also very important, the design and construction was also being seen by the Swaminarayan Samsthan of New Delhi, which is also looking construction of temples, that is Hindu stone temples in UK, USA, Australia, South Africa, etc., etc. So, the first Hindu temple was to be inaugurated by 2020. So, already the foundation stone was laid down by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So, this is a very important news. So, that both Abu Dhabi and India will have a cultural and civilization ties, so that both of them will exchange the memorandum of understanding in other sectors also. All these developments has come in line when Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Abu Dhabi and met the Prince of Abu Dhabi, Mr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan. So, he is a Prince of Abu Dhabi, and also other memorandum of understandings were being highlighted here in 5 key areas. They are energy sector, railways, environment and education, manpower and also financial services. So, regarding railways, India to provide technical support to UAE. Next, regarding manpower, the contractual employment which is highlighted in Dubai or Abu Dhabi is also discussed, and also 35% of population in Abu Dhabi are Indians. So, most of the Indian diaspora also lives in Abu Dhabi here. So, manpower is also being discussed. Next, coming to the financial services, the Bombay Stock Exchange has an MOU with ADX. So, that is Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange Limited. So, in order to provide the securities and exchange services in Abu Dhabi. Next, environment and education. Both countries, Abu Dhabi and India, to exchange the education and professional subjects between the both nations. That is, India to provide culture, Ayurvedic, yoga kind of studies to Abu Dhabi, and they are also going to highlight the issues of culture in Abu Dhabi. Next, coming to India and Iran, and very important here is, for the first time the Iran President Hassan Rouhani visited India. So, he made his visit directly to Hyderabad and met most of the Shia Muslims living in Hyderabad, and then he turned towards New Delhi and met the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So, this is his first visit to India. India and Iran is having a very good partnership in oil, in exchange of petroleum products. So, therefore, in this regard 9 agreements were signed between India and Iran, but very important is Chabahar port. This Chabahar port is being designed and built by India in Iran. So, this is a agreement on the lines of 18 months lease of India in Iran, and also recently we have sent wheat, that is we have navigated wheat to Afghanistan through Iran. So, once we have developed this Iran port, that is Chabahar port, India can connect its economical ties with other Middle East nations. This is strategically important for the examination point of view, because already China, in connection with the most of the Indian Ocean nations, is building some of the ports in the countries which is adjacent to it. So, it may be Chittagong port in Bangladesh, or Haban Tota port in Sri Lanka, or Gwadar port in Pakistan. So, on these lines, India has built Chabahar port in Iran, so that it can enter to the other Middle East nations very easily. So, it can connect to the Afghanistan or Turkmenistan or Kazakhstan or Kyrgyzstan or Iraq, etc., etc. So, strategically through Arabian Sea, so through the Gulf of Aden, so this can be connected to the other nations also. Next, and also India and Iran signed to regarding this DTAA agreement, double taxation avoidance agreement, to prevent the taxes in regards of prevention of fiscal evasion. So, these are the very important highlights of India and Iran. So, regarding the visit of Iran President Hassan Rouhani to India between 15th to 17th of February. Next is India gained access to Oman's port, that is Oman's Dakhum port, which is overlooking in Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean. So, this is strategically very important for India to have an access in Oman, because Oman is also a petroleum exploration country with its capital Muscat and also currency Rial. So, this can be easily exchanged between India and Oman, that is petroleum or crude oil can be easily exchanged between India and Oman. So, by developing this Dakhum port, this is also used for military and also logistic support, and this is one of the key takeaway of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Oman. So, during the second half of February, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the Middle East nations to the UAE and its countries. So, he has made most of the MOUs with the countries. So, as part of it, Oman is one along with Abu Dhabi. So, Prime Minister Narendra Modi met Oman's Sultan, that is Syed Qaboos bin Syed Al Sayed, and exchanged various MOUs, that is Memorandum of Understandings. Next news is 6th World Government Summit was held in Dubai on February 11th to 13th of February. India was the guest of honor for the World Government Summit. So, India is not part of the summit, but India was the guest of the summit. So, this is the 6th World Government Summit which was held in Dubai. So, chiefs of the government, the heads of the countries has taken part in this World Government Summit which was held in Dubai. Next, on 18th February, cyclone Kelvin hit the north coast of west of Australia. The west of Australia is nothing but Indian Ocean. So, we can say whenever there is a pressure, that is tropical pressure created in Indian Ocean, so these can be highlighted as cyclone, not typhoon. So, typhoons are the names given for the cyclone in Japan or Korea or China's. The name typhoon is being known as cyclone here in India. So, the same thing is hurricanes or tornadoes in USA or the North American countries. So, remember cyclone Kelvin has hit the west coast of Australia the northwest coast of Australia, nothing but the part of Indonesia. The east coast is Pacific Ocean. Next, NTPC to supply 300 megawatts of electricity to Bangladesh. So, this is again very important. India already supplying electricity to Bhutan and Nepal, and also we are producing electricity, that is hydroelectricity in Bhutan and Nepal, and now we are going to supply the electricity to Bangladesh here. So, this is by NTPC, formerly known as National Thermal Power Corporation. So, this NTPC was being established in 1975, and also it is the largest energy conglomeration in the country. So, it is also under the list of 8 Maharatna companies. So, remember NTPC to provide 300 megawatts to Bangladesh. So, in future India also planning to link the energy conglomeration with Myanmar and Sri Lanka. So, these are the major news of international affairs. Now, we will see what are the major highlights in sports. So, sports affairs. The very first is the Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs to introduce ranking system in sports federation. So, it is aimed to include healthy competition between sports boards. So, in this regard they have set some parameters to rank the sports boards of National Sports Federation. So, it may be the administration capability, transferability or medal count, etc., etc. So, this will be the first time that Ministry of Sports is going to rank the sports boards. So, this is very important for the examination point of view. So, ranking system was introduced for the first time in Indian Sports Ministry. Next is on 14th February, Tamil Nadu has won 23rd Senior Women's National Football Championship title at Baramati Stadium in Cuttack of Orissa. So, it is women's football. So, football is occasionally seen in India, and 23rd National Women's Football was being won by Tamil Nadu. So, this may be asked in the examination also. Next, Roger Federer has become the world #1 player and also the oldest player which is being ranked by ATP, Association of Tennis Professionals. So, he is the one of the oldest tennis player in the world right now, Roger Federer, where he belongs to Switzerland. Next, on 15th February, Odisha government has announced that it is going to sponsor national hockey team for the coming 5 years. So, this is the first time that a state government has announced the sponsorship. It is to highlight the importance of hockey. So, hockey is said to be a national game, national sports for India, but it is not. So, nowhere in the Ministry of Sports or Youth Affairs you find national hockey as the national sports or game. So, nowhere it is written in the constitution also. So, during the independence, so Professor Dhyan Chand, so who is master in hockey, has highlighted India in various hockey championship. So, on the lines of those championship and winning spirit, so we have named hockey as a national game or national sports in the school books, but not it is written in the constitution or in the constitution of Ministry of Sports or Youth Affairs. So, even then, so in the examination point of view, this may be highlighted which state government is going to sponsor the national hockey team for the next 5 years. It is Odisha state government. Next, the Winter Olympics 2018 was kicked off in Pyongyang of South Korea, so which is going to take place on February 9th to 25th of 2018. So, India is also going to participate in these Winter Olympics of 2018. So, we will in the next class we will see what are the medals won by Indians in this Winter Olympics 2018. So, next, so coming to awards and honors. So, first is Ramesh Sippy. So, Ramesh Sippy was the first winner of Raj Kapoor Award in Excellence in Indian Cinema 2018. So, Ramesh Sippy is an Indian actor, so who was being awarded Raj Kapoor Award. This is the first time that Raj Kapoor Award was set up. Next, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she was the first woman president of Liberia and also ex president of Liberia. She won Ibrahim Prize for Achievement in African Development with a prize money of $5 million. So, this is very important, and she is also recognized as one of the most powerful women as per the Times magazine. So, it may be couple of years back, but Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is very important personality in the administration or politics. Next, coming to the Umang app. So, this Umang app, which was brought on by Narendra Modi, was awarded Best Mobile Government Service App, and also Aadhaar was awarded the Best Emerging Technology Award at World Government Summit, which was held in Dubai. So, two important things which was highlighted in the World Government Summit, that is 6th World Government Summit Dubai, is Umang app and Aadhaar. Next is Sanjeev Bajaj was named as 2017 Entrepreneurship of the Year Award, and also E. Sridharan, the Metroman of India. So, popularly known as Metroman of India. So, he is a civil engineer, the man behind the engineering or designing of metro trains. So, metro constructions in India, it may be New Delhi underground railway, metro railway, or Hyderabad, or Vijayawada, or Lucknow, or Jaipur, Kerala, strategically very important Kerala. So, because of various landforms, varieties of landforms, the erections of pillars is a major challenge, but E. Sridharan with his civil engineering capability has turned the impossible as possible to construct metro train in Kerala too, the God's own country. So, E. Sridharan was awarded a Lifetime Achievement Award for the year 2017 in achieving the entrepreneurship. Next, coming to the important days, 17th February National Productivity Day was being organized, and on 13th February World Radio Day was observed with the theme Radio and Sports. This Radio Day was being organized since 2011 by UNESCO, United Nations Environment and Scientific Cultural Organization. And remember, radio is very important in part of communication with the people. So, therefore, Mann Ki Baat, which is a all India radio of communication, which is being started by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 3rd October 2014. So, in order to communicate with the people, to address the nation regarding the development activities which is taken by the government, and also highlight the issues of the people. So, Mann Ki Baat was started on 3rd October 2014, and radio was discovered in the year 1835 by Guglielmo Marconi. So, radio is very important part of communication. Next, last one is on February 20, World Day of Social Justice was observed. So, this is for the justice in the society, okay, to give the social justice to the people. So, World Day of Social Justice was also being observed on 20th February. So, this is all the news which are being focused for this episode. Thank you.